don't like it?
Sounds like a mobile mic.
No, it's not a mobile mic.
It's got that crisp Turner Plus 2 mobile mic sound.
No, D104.
Different.
Yeah, let me try my other one on here. I think this might be the one with the funky head.
Yeah, that would do it. That's supposed to be the night of the squeals.
Well, it would seem that I need to look at the wiring on my Silver Eagle because now it just squeals on every radio.
Is that the one I fixed?
Yes.
Good grief.
There you go. Does that sound better?
Something and it was working okay.
I doubled with you. Yeah, it's hasn't worked since I got it back from you. It just squeals on everything. But this should be better.
I could swear you used that on something and it was working fine.
Maybe the Shakespeare, maybe, I think. But I think that would have been about it.
Yeah, it's not good that it's squealing. Eesh.
Yeah, I tried to use it on the Pierce Simpson. It squealed. Use it on this radio, which I'm not naming just yet. It squeals. I just want to make sure I get it working right before you make judgment. Is it working right now?
Yeah, it's a little, like I say, it's a little tinny. It's a little high-end emphasized, but other than that.
Even with the different D104 head, huh?
Yeah, it's better now. I think it's slightly better, but it's still, in that way.
All right, hang on. I got one more trick up my sleeve.
Oh, no. There we go.
All right, how about now?
There you go. What's that? That sounds like, you know what? That's the super sidekick, isn't it?
Yeah, Turner super sidekick. Once you said too tinny, I'm like, oh, I got a bassy mic.
Yeah, that sounds good. That's a nice balance.
All righty then.
It's not it doesn't have that punchy loudness sound, but it's much more smooth. It's more train approved.
Yeah, more train approved. Not old 70s big room CB radio sound, but not boofy either. So both of those are all right.
Yeah, it's definitely not boofy. Sounds good now. I like the sound of it.
All right, 10-4. Any guesses on what the transceiver is?
I'm going to say some kind of J.C. Penney.
No, but it is a mobile radio.
Oh, the TRC-23?
I don't have one. Oh, yeah. Oh, I do have one of them, don't I? Nope, that ain't it either.
Not 23, TRC-24.
Yeah, isn't it 24A or something that I have?
I thought it was a 24B or C or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I know it's got a letter. I don't even know where it is at the moment. I'm looking around. I don't even see it. Oh, there it is.
So it's not that one, huh? Yeah, I'm trying to think. I can't even remember all the radios you have. It's not the Cobra 19, no.
Yeah, 24C. That's what I have. And yes, it is the Cobra 19.
Oh, yeah? Last time you ran that radio, I thought you ran it on a D104. That thing had, like, buku audio and it was boomy and loud and, not tinny.
All of that is true, which is why I'm wondering what happened since. But oh well, I don't know. But yeah, last time I used the D104, everybody thought it sounded great.
It did sound great.
So I don't know. I don't know. It is what it is.
Sounds much better now.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. Sometimes you go to the smorgasbord, you just get what's available.
Yeah, I wonder if it's one of those things where caps are just starting to go bad, They get like that and, little electrolytic caps, bypass caps on the emitters and things like that, and it tends to thin out your audio.
Well, I'm not going to do nothing about it because radio's too small for me to work on.
Yeah, but at least it's not surface mount parts.
Yeah, but they cram everything in there. I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah, well, it is what it is, but it's working.
Yeah, solve the problem by changing microphones. And there's Bleed Over Bill.
Yeah, that's gonna be a problem for next year. A little bit ago. Oops, a double bit year there, Sandbagger. Yeah, I thought he was gonna be a problem for me because I've been hearing him.
Yeah, it really depends what radio I'm on, but almost every radio I hear him on. So when he's on, so something that he's doing can't be all my radios.
Well, I got it in my house too, so must not be us.
Yeah, he's probably got a peaked and tweaked R&R radio or something.
Oh, I think this radio is starting to suffer the effects of aging here. It just squelched, and the squelch is all the way down.
Yeah, I think this one's kind of the same way. It almost seems like it's auto squelched, and the squelch is all the way down.
Yeah, now it's okay again. I don't use this radio enough, I guess. It's just, and plus it's, 54 years old? 55 years old? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't use this radio very often either. I couldn't even tell you the last time I used it, but I know it's been months. And this is probably 50 years old or older.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember when they came out, somewhere around the mid-70s. 74-ish, maybe 75. So, yeah, it's 50 years old.
That's amazing. I don't feel like the 1970s is 50 years ago, but it is. It's kind of weird. I got trapped up in that today. At work, we were talking about, aircraft carriers and their longevities and all of this and that. And I'm like, wow, they kept that Coral Maru that I was on going for 40 years. And the Midway, they kept going for 42. And they were talking about decommissioning or not decommissioning the Nimitz this year. So they haven't really made a decision. I like, if they could make them last 40 years from World War II, they should be able to do that now. And my buddy says, yeah, well, it's 50. It was commissioned in 75. I'm like, oh, my God.
Yeah, I know. I get this. It hits me in the face a lot of times, like, oh, my God, When I hear, them saying, oh, yeah, we're going to play oldies music on the radio, I'm thinking, yeah, it's 50s, 60s, 70s. It's like, well, now the 90s are oldies.
I know, it's kind of ridiculous. Yeah, 90s are oldies music now. Holy cow. Well, yeah, I remember, like, the Nimitz being a brand new kind of ship and all. Like, it's hard for me to wrap my head around a thing's 50 years old.
I just saw a funny meme that said, I like the oldie station better when I played my parents' music. Yeah, right?
Yeah, we listen to music that's 50, 60 years old. When my parents listened to 50, 60-year-old music, that was the 1930s.
You know you're old when you'd hear versions of Led Zeppelin songs made into elevator music.
Oh yeah, or you go into restaurants or supermarkets and they're playing 80s music.
Yeah, that's now super old. I don't listen to the actual radio all the time, or a lot at all. But this was a few years ago. I turned on Oldies 98 because I was like, I always liked Oldies 98. And I heard Cyndi Lauper on there, and I was just like, times have changed.
Yeah, the 80s is oldies now.
Yeah, I think 98 has changed their format. They're now playing, it used to be mostly 70s stuff. Now it's mostly 80s and 90s.
Yeah, like a year or two, maybe more than that now, but at least a couple of years ago, they moved it up a decade or two.
Yeah, but now they changed, I think they completely changed the format. I think it's just all music now.
It's always been all music.
No, I mean like all genres. All years, there you go. I haven't heard anything from the 2000s yet, but then again, I don't listen to it constantly.
Yeah, I don't listen to it. That's like my third choice on my push buttons on the radio. First choice is MGK, and then second choice is Ben FM, and then my third choice is 98.
Most days, my first choice is radio off and the windows down.
Yeah, well, now I'm not doing that when it's 15 degrees out.
I'm one of those driver's side windows down a lot, even in the cold. Heat's all the way up, windows down a little bit. Yes, sir.
Uh-huh. Not here. If anything, I might crack the vent on the sunroof, but that's about it. That was a double. I think it was you and Joker and Bagger. You guys like make a mess.
Well, you wouldn't be the first person that's accused me of making a mess.
Yeah, when you two key up together, it's just a big mess. I get nothing.
And I just got down. Oh no.
Yeah, nobody's on top of that pile up.
Yeah, this battle-worn Midland isn't going to win any battles anymore.
Yeah, all this Cobra 19 is kind of battle-worn, and I know it's been across the country back and forth several times.
You and Joker make pretty good of a mess, too, when you double.
Oh, man. What's the common denominator here?
I'm just a complete mess. I think you're slightly ahead of the game there, Pete, but not by much.
I'm just using my regular fire chicken power.
Yeah. Oh man, I got backswing today. This radio is. Oh, and the SWR is up a tad, which means I got some spurs coming out of it. Must not like the amp.
What radio did you say you were using?
Midland 13885.
Oh yeah, that thing's been battle tested.
This thing was struck by lightning, submerged in a flood, and it's still working.
Yeah, it's got some stories to tell.
That sounds about when they built things correctly to last.
Yeah. Boy, I had to do I've done a lot of things to this radio over the years. Not all of them good. But, yeah, it's managed to be my experimental platform from the time I got this thing in 1976.
Wow. Now you've even had the radio for 50 years.
Yeah, right about now. Well, few months from now, I guess it'll be 50 years old in my hand, or 50 years in my hands. It was about, it was it would have been the year before it got struck by lightning, and the guy that had it traded me for a TRC 47 that I had that didn't work very well on AM. But this thing didn't do anything except light up. Had two blown audio transistors and a couple of other parts that were shot from the lightning, and I managed to get it working again.
And 50 years later, it's still working.
Yeah, and I put crystals in it that gets me up to channel 45 and open the clarifier so it would slide down a channel, and oh man, and put beefier finals in it so I could get some more power out of it. Because this was like an 8-watt output sideband radio. Now I think it's putting out like 12 or 13 watts. Then I lent it to my father-in-law, and he had a water main break in front of his house and flooded his entire basement, including his radio. It had muddy water all in it. I took it out in the backyard and blasted it with a hose and cleaned all the mud out of it. Let it dry in the sun.
Well, that must have been the right move.
Yeah, except not too long later after that, the meter started sticking and stopped working, and the clock gave up the ghost too. And then I managed to get a donor radio and took that meter and the clock out of it and got it working again. And the RF gain pod too. I didn't even realize it at the time, but the lightning had damaged it, and I wasn't getting full sensitivity out of this radio. It was only maybe 2 microvolts of sensitivity, and I put the other pot in there, and it's like, wow, this thing hears a lot better than I thought it did.
Hello, checking in.
Oh, hiya, Wayne. And it is the night of the squeals.
Yeah, he's got to take his antenna tuner and disconnect it.
Yeah, you got to disconnect that wire antenna from the tuner there or something. You familiar with IC number 74HC595?
74HC595, not offhand. Sounds like a logic chip of some sort.
It very well could be what it is. I don't know. This breadboard kit that I ordered came with a bunch of different stuff: resistors, capacitors, LEDs, push buttons, and it came with that chip. It also came with an optocoupler. What the hell am I going to do with that?
Oh, they're kind of neat. It's was it a little 6-pin chip or something, or 8-pin chip?
Yeah, 6-pin chip, 4N35, I think.
Yeah, they're kind of neat. Yeah, it's a nice isolation chip. You've got an LED on one side of it, and then you've got a transistor that's photosensitive on the other, and increasing the brightness of the LED, which of course you can't see because it's inside the chip. That will determine how much the transistor conducts. So you can. It's good for circuits where you don't want to have. It's good for like a switching power supply where you control the voltage from the DC side and then use that to modulate the switching side. They do have their uses.
Well, now I got a breadboard. I got to look for circuits to experiment with. It'd be kind of fun.
Now, is this one of those plug-in breadboards, or is this one of those checkerboard ones you solder to?
No, it's a plug-in one. It came with all kinds of, different length leads and junk. Yeah, everything just plugs in, so you can put it together. You can change it around. You can take it apart and start all over.
Is this better now?
Yeah, there you are. Hiya, Wayne.
Hi, Pete. Hi, Dave.
Hello, Wayne.
Go ahead. I don't mean to break your conversation up. Just want to make sure I wasn't squealing.
No, you're all good, and it's not breaking nothing up. It's classic radio roundup.
Yeah, it's funny. After we talked about this one on Sunday, Monday morning, we suspended, and Radio Shack memories came up. This guy was posting Radio Shack breadboards.
That was a nice triple. That was Sandbagger, Joker, and Renegade, if I'm not mistaken, and I didn't get nothing.
That wasn't me.
Oh, all right. Well, then that was just the other two.
Yeah, I was going to say, Wayne should be on top of both of us with room to spare.
All right, Joker, you first. You had a comment about breadboards.
Yeah, I said it's funny, we talked about them on Sunday night, and then Monday morning I opened up the Oasis Space, and Radio Shack Memories, there's a page out there for that, and this guy was posting Radio Shack breadboards.
Yeah, only if I could just go down to the Radio Shack anymore and get what I need.
I think that's who made mine. I think that's where mine came from, was the good old Radio Shack. Mine's only like, it's smaller than a cell phone. It's probably 3 by 4 maybe.
I got one of those.
It's like a beige color.
Mine's white, but it's about the same size.
Maybe mine was white at one time. Maybe it just aged, colored over years.
Mine's 3 inches by like 8 inches.
Mine's like a 3 by 5 card.
Yeah, and both sides, it's a double-sided one, and each side has the negative and positive strips.
Mine's only one side. It's all just plug-in stuff, and on the bottom side, I think it says Archer on it. Of course, I'm going by memory. I haven't seen the thing in a while. I don't know where it is. It's squirreled away somewhere.
Have you checked the bread box?
No, it's not in the bread box. The breadboard in the bread box.
I guess that would be a smart place to keep it if you wanted to remember where it was.
I think it might be down in the basement in my tube caddy.
Yeah, I gotta say, I used to use mine for making, I was prototyping guitar pedals with it.
Well, that's the first one I ever had, is the one I just built a project on, and that was mostly did it just because I wanted to see if I could make it work, or if it was going to work for me without a whole lot of investment in PC boards and everything else. And then with thinking in the future that I always could come in handy, because I'm always trying to put little circuits together and test them out. It's better to put them together, being able to plug and unplug stuff in case you put something in the wrong place, instead of soldering and unsoldering.
The last time I used mine was actually in this room when I was trying to figure out a mic wiring for the CB. I used it. That way I could jump them without having to solder.
Yeah, it's a quick and handy way to be testing stuff out. So now I got to order me a nice little solder through PC board, and then put it in a nice little box enclosure so it doesn't get damaged.
Yeah, you could get yourself one of those perf boards, and you could build it on that.
Oh yeah. Well, now that I got it all figured out, it'd be easy enough to transfer it, put it on something else.
There you go. Whatever works, man.
Yeah, I'll get to it. Not today, but I will get to it.
The days of walking into the Radio Shack and picking up project boards and stuff and project boxes.
Fun stuff, man.
I know, I miss the project boxes too, because you could go and see what size you needed instead of trying to figure it out by looking at a picture or a description.
I used to use those plastic boxes all the time for putting switches in, and when I would do channel conversions on radios, that was my go-to way to do it.
Oh, the way that you did that 458 was 457. I always mix them numbers up, but you know the radio I'm talking about. Man, that was an eye-opener when I saw that, the way you modified that. I'm like, look at this, ribbon cable on a box, external, no holes drilled. I'm like, this is beautiful.
That's my preferred way of doing it, because that way I could always put it back to, stock, and it wouldn't have. I just, I hate it when people drill holes in radios and put switches on them. That's like, you're defacing a classic car,
Yeah, I when I saw that, I'd never seen anything done like that before. I'm like, why doesn't anybody else do it like this?
I don't know. They had their reasons, I guess.
They just weren't as smart as you.
Well, I just had a different way of looking at it. I would only use those boxes, or I would use switches on the radio that people didn't care about, like PACB switch or noise blanker switch or something. And that way they say, yeah, it's a stealthier looking. It looks like a stealthier, a stock radio. And you can just push the little button and go somewhere else. That's okay for like Royce radios and all that only had like one section of channels that would go up to like 59, and that was it. But if you had an 858 chip radio and you need like 3 or 4 switches to get full channel capacity, you really couldn't do it that way. You needed an external box. Breaker.
Hello, Doug. Toss it to you when I'm done here. Yeah, that whole ribbon cable thing, though, when I saw you do that, that's when I started doing different things with using ribbon cable instead of individual wires. Like, I used to just throw that stuff out, and then I started saving it. Go ahead, Doug.
All right, guys. I just wanted to say hello to everybody on tonight's Classic Radio Roundup net, and if you guys could, my station manager is here sitting next to me, and her name is Anna, so she wants to say hi to you guys.
Well, go for it, man. We like other people saying hello.
Hello.
Hello, Anna.
Hello, Anna. Welcome to the Classic Radio Roundup.
Hello, Anna.
Thank you very much. This is great.
Yes, Classic Radio Roundup. We're the only thing older than the radios are the guys keying the microphone.
Yeah, I told him a joke about being a station manager and how it kind of affects everybody.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, nothing happens without station management approval.
And we're laughing about that one.
Yeah, ask me how I know.
You have an amplifier there?
So now I've got that little, it's a Yaesu FH2. It's like a digital recorder. I can do little recordings on there. And so I'm trying to, I'm on a Morse code app on my phone. And I want to be able to use my break-in button and have Morse code of FAFO go out over the air.
Oh, man.
Yeah, just have to program it into Kier.
Gotta have fun and games on 11-meters.
Yeah, that's why I keep coming back for more. This is where the fun and games are.
I can have fun and games just about anywhere. So there you go.
Yeah, can and do.
Just gotta stay away from the stuffed shirts.
Well, or you just get on there and they'll keep themselves away from you.
And then they'll talk about you at the next club meeting.
Yeah, I don't care. At this point in my life, I don't care. Anybody can talk about me anytime, anywhere, and I don't care. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, as long as you're not dead, then people can talk about you.
That's right. That's right. I'm not dead. Talk about me all you want.
So Anna wants to know, what did we get her 38-year-old son for a birthday present? That the kid that virtually has everything anyway.
What does he do?
He's a mechanic.
Okay, so buying him tools probably wouldn't be a good idea because he probably already has them.
Oh, I don't know. He might appreciate a Snap-on credit card.
Yeah, with a Snap-on credit card, you can buy a screwdriver and pay it off in 5 years.
Yeah, we've had words around here about Snap-on.
When I was in the Navy on shore duty, I was moonlighting as a motorcycle mechanic. And I told him I just wanted him to pay me and pay off my Snap-on credit card every week. So that's how I got paid. I worked for tools.
That's like some of the mechanics I used to talk to from time to time at the last trucking company I worked for. Some of these guys had these tool chests that were like 6 feet high and like 12 feet wide and all different colors of the world. It's amazing. I can't imagine how much money those guys have dropped in tools.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing that elaborate. And those kind of toolboxes full of tools, you could probably buy a decent shore house.
Yeah, they are pricey.
I think my squelch is permanently engaged, and I don't even have a preamp on.
Wow.
Because I don't hear any noise at all, no hiss or nothing. I thought I did in the beginning, but I'm not now, so it must be closing up.
Not even a hiss or a pop or anything when the squelch kicks in?
No, nothing.
Try moving the knob back and forth a bunch of times and seeing if it clears up.
Oh, you know what? The squelch isn't closed. It's just that stinking quiet.
Wow.
I turn the volume up and I hear white noise.
Somebody said hello out there.
Hello, you guys. What's going on? I'm in Bethlehem. That's Mr. Sandman.
Hey, top of the evening there, Mr. Sandman. Sounding good as always. Welcome to the Classic Radio Roundup, Spitfire 441.
Yes, thank you very much, Spitfire. Yes, thanks for hearing me. Good to hear you, for sure. I was wondering if I was making the trip. I'm glad to hear. But I'm on a Browning Mark IV, Mark IV-A.
Well, it's working. I can't give you a signal report, though. I'm using an old Cobra 19 3-knob radio with no S-meter.
Oh, get the heck out. Yeah, it's got a squelch, but there's no S-meter. Oh, wow, that's an old one, 19. Yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah, 23 channel, volume squelch, no S-meter.
It actually sounds pretty good.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Using a Turner Super Sidekick mic with it.
Yep, I got a 3 on you, and audio's nice. Which microphone is on that?
A Turner Super Sidekick.
Okay, yeah, the sideband Super Sidekick Turner. Nice, man. All right, man. But who else is in there?
Well, have to take roll call, I guess. I noticed that must be a factory stock Browning, no ping.
Did you hear Sandbagger there, Sandman?
I did, Sandbagger. I'm sorry. I had to check my squelch here.
Oh, is that why you had no ping? You had the squelch up.
Actually, I turned the tuner a little. That time, the tuner, I got it nice and clear now. But, Sandbagger, how you doing tonight?
Okay, just commenting that you have no ping. I said I assumed it was a factory stock Browning Mark IV.
Yeah, there's no ping on this.
Yeah, they made them take it out, but it can be easily put back in.
Yeah, I would. I'm not sure who to ask.
Yeah. It's just a capacitor change in the receiver. I think the factory part is either a 4 or a 10 microfarad, and it's usually you increase it to like a 40 microfarad, and that's usually good enough.
And then that gives it enough of a mismatch or whatever it takes to give it a little squeal, huh?
Well, yeah, it's leaves the tube on for a minute, or not a minute, for a microsecond there, just enough to get a momentary feedback.
Okay. I'd like to get a ping, but yeah, it is what it is. Maybe one day. I have the Mark III here, and that one has a ping, but I'm using this one this time around. And is the audio loud enough?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't go any louder. You're right on the verge of being too loud.
Do you know there's no mic gain on this radio anywhere I can't find?
What mic are you using? The 776?
776, yes.
There is a gain pot underneath the microphone there. There's a little hole there you can adjust.
Oh, I see a little plastic blue thing inside the holes. The holes aren't lined up real well. Okay, I'm gonna turn it down a little.
Yeah, it's basically it's a turner plus 3 basically, but instead of having a gain pot on top, they got it underneath there, and you need like a screwdriver to turn it.
Yeah, but there's no battery in this mic, I don't think, right?
No, it's powered by the radio. There's a 5-volt. One of the 4 pins has got 5 volts on it.
Oh, cool. Yes. Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't realize that had a thing to turn it down. I have another one here. I didn't know they had a darn thing on the bottom. So kidding. No, that's cool.
Yeah, that way you can adjust it.
Oh, the one that's for the Mark III. It doesn't have. It's also a 776, but it doesn't have a hole in the bottom.
Yeah, it's a different microphone. That one, that's a little different the way that's set up. You can't swap the two of them. The 776 for the Mark IV works off the 5 volts. The other one, there's some kind of resistor that's in there that drops the voltage for the relay, and it's usually like a couple of 100 volts, and across the resistor it drops it down so that it works on that 2-pin plug. It's a little screwy the way they did it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see a mic gain on the Mark III either. I'm looking at that right here. I have it next to the other one here. But, so there's no mic gain on that radio, and there's no mic gain. But that talks really loud, too. But so this is a little too loud. I don't have a small screwdriver. I got to take a little walk then. But what about the scan rate? Does this have a channel scan?
No, because the receiver is manual tuned.
That's just it.
The receiver is manual. The receiver you have to, it has a VFO almost, yes, with all the crystals in there. And the transmitter has a click, click. That might have crystals too, I guess it probably does, right?
Not the Mark IVA. The scan rate on that is how fast it will change channels, how quickly or how slowly. If you turn the knob and hold it, how it'll change channels quickly or slowly according to the scan rate.
Oh, okay, that's what that's for. Okay, yeah. I'm leaving it where it is, wherever it is. It's straight up and down, I think. But okay, I see the microphone. The modulation is really slapping to the side. Yeah, I got to find a small screwdriver. All right. I guess I don't want to tie it up too much in here, but I do appreciate you guys getting back with me and giving me all the feedback on this radio. That was very helpful.
Yeah, go find your screwdriver. Come back and join us. But I mean, helping out like we just did with that. That's what Classic Radio Roundup's all about.
Yeah, I gotta love every minute of it.
gain on the Mark III and the Mark IV. It's inside the transmitter. You have to go inside. There's a pot in there you can turn. But, yeah, it's not on the front panel, unfortunately.
Okay, I could go inside the radio then. Cool. All right, it's good to know. Thank you very much. I'll be back.
I don't like that pinging sound when you key up.
Beep. What's going on there, Bite Buster?
Yeah, I don't like that ping.
Oh, well, I better get my Browning out so you can hear it.
I like the short ping. I don't like the ones that are too long.
I like that birdie, you know, that little whoop. I'd rather hear that little birdie.
A little birdie told me, nah.
Or you can have what Rooster was running the other night and it has the fart at the end. When he unkeys, it farted.
I don't know what that sound was. Where was that sound coming from?
It was a Roger fart.
I think it was just the squeakiness of his whatever keying, you know, the mechanical keying on his mic when he released it. It squeaked when he unkeyed his rap.
Break channel, classic radio. Ram up, Red Baron, chime in to wave a hand. Anybody got a copy of this all radio?
Yeah, I do. Hello, Red Baron. Welcome to the Classic Radio Roundup. Spitfire, waving my hand.
Hey, Spitfire, I heard some other people talking there. I'm going to back on out of here and listen in. I don't want to interrupt any conversations, even though I did. But, yeah, we're just tipping our hat to everybody tonight on Classic Radio Roundup. Spitfire, thanks for the comeback.
Well, hello, Spitfire.
Say what?
I mean, Red Baron. I don't know why I just said that.
Because I'm popular.
I'm popular, spelled with two O's. But anyway, hello.
Joker!
Hello, Rooster. Countywide.
Radio! Rooster! Joker! Bagger!
Oh, Rooster.
They always leave me out.
Maybe he doesn't hear you.
Oh, he hears me.
I hear you. On this old Cobra 19, I hear you.
Hello, Buster. I just walked in the room. That's how well this thing does receive now.
That was a double, triple, single, double.
I was going to say,
Oh, man.
So you have no meters on that radio, huh?
No, there is no meter on this radio. It's a micro mobile, what you would call it back in the day. You'd call it a micro mobile. It's like as small as they could get back then.
That's boring. You're just looking at the wall then, huh?
Well, I got a lot of cool stuff here I can look at. Just I got no S meter to watch. Nine o'clock, I'm thinking about switching to another radio.
I'll probably do that, too.
I'm going to try. I'm going to hate it on the receive, but I want to see how it works out on transmit, if at all. I'll try a TS700.
Oh, no.
Works pretty well at sideband.
Yeah, AM's going to be a bugger to set up, though. But, yeah, it'll probably work. Just keep that drive down.
Well, I got the carrier set. Like, man, that knob is twitchy. But it's just over 2 watts.
Yeah, that's good right there. As long as it's not, too much for the other thing. But it shouldn't be.
Oh, no, it's not at all. I can take up to 10 watts of drive.
Sam, man. Yes, sir. Man, you went up to a 5-pounder from a 2. What'd you do? Oh, I'm on the beam, pointing down your way. Man, what kind of beam is that? It's just a 4 element.
I'll tell you, man. You told me you took it from a 1.5 up to a little over a 5.
Just a 4 element.
This is a big radio that you got to remember. I'm on the Browning now.
Yeah, you went from 1.5 to a 5.
I'll take that all day long.
Wow.
You went from loud and clear to loud and clearer.
You know what I did? I turned the mic gain down, and I actually have peaks now on my audio. I have a modulation meter and a watt meter and all that stuff in front of me. And it was pegging it. It didn't have any swing. I did turn it down. It probably sounds better.
It's still nice and loud.
Yeah, it's still pinning it out. Okay. Somebody got in there. Go ahead. Somebody up here on this end. Who was that?
It was me. So, when you first key up, just like for a second, I watch my meter go all the way up, but when you talk, it's not that high. So, I don't know what that is.
Oh, really? So it goes backwards when I talk?
It doesn't go backwards. When you key up, it like pegs my meter, and then you start talking, and it's, maybe, what are you giving me, like 8 pounds, something like that.
I'm not sure. That's the first time I've ever heard that occurring with any radio here, but I'm not surprised. I don't run this one a whole lot. Let me switch something real quick. I got to take a walk. I'll be right back in a minute. And I have that thing on high out there. It's a little high-low switch. I'm gonna go put it on low. Maybe that'll help.
That radio is loud.
Well, I'm happy to hear that. It's loud.
Yeah, you must be having Bite Buster up there riding his volume knob.
He sounds good. I mean, he sounds real good. But it's a weird thing when I see him key up at this point. I don't know if it's going to change when he does. Like when he keys up, just for a second, boom, he pegs my needle. But then when he talks, a second later, it doesn't peg it.
Yeah, I don't know what that's all about. I can't begin to explain that one. Oh, I'm not saying he sounds bad. I'm just saying that thing is loud and clear. He's like the loudest one on the channel right now.
Good evening. Oh, good. I wonder if it sounds better than it did earlier. It only is swinging to 10 watts. I turned it down a little bit, Bite Buster. Did that help?
Yeah, it doesn't do it anymore. It just goes up to what your normal, when you're talking signal.
It went to a 3 now.
I'm sorry?
It went from a 5 to a 3 now.
Okay, it did drop a little. Okay, and I've got a peak going. I must have had it in kill mode out there.
Now, that thing is crystal clear. That little bit of reduction in mic gain cleared it up. But you are absolutely the loudest audio on the channel right now.
Breaker 1-3 break. All right.
Breaker out there.
Go ahead, Breaker, if you can hear me in Bethlehem.
Go ahead, Breaker.
Thank you. Good evening, Channel 13.
Good evening time, right back. Welcome to the Classic Radio Roundup.
I'm down here in Exton.
Well, you're down in Exton. The other station that was just talking is up in Bethlehem, and there's a whole bunch of us in between.
Roger. How about that Exton station, Red Baron over here in Downingtown, Front? You got a copy on this already? Yeah, I got a grip on you, Red Baron. What's up? It's Goose. Yo, how you doing, man? All right, just wanted to pop in here. Play a little bit of whack-a-mole here. I pop in and out. And, you're blowing in here, you're rattling the windows. And I'm back out listening in, gentlemen. Have a pleasant evening on the side, Red Baron. You too there, Red Baron.
Red Baron.
It was nice talking to you. Copy that. Have a good one, my friend.
And Bite Buster.
Hey!
Hello, Bite Buster. It took me a while.
Maybe Buster doesn't hear me.
Oh, no, I gotcha.
Oh, man.
Don't. That's right. Free bird.
What's going on? How you guys doing?
Doing good. Yeah, Pete, you get that message?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, whatever.
I got enough of my own stuff to work on.
I told him it might be 6 months.
Oh, no, his don't require any troubleshooting. I could do that in a day because I know right where I'm going on that.
Oh, yeah, whatever you want to do.
I don't want to do it at all.
Yes, let me know. Doesn't have to be anytime soon.
I could talk you through it. It's not that hard.
Oh, wow, that'd be neat. Pete, you and Bagger should open up a school.
No, not me. I'm still being schooled.
A school? Oh, no.
I'm still a grasshopper pupil. I'm no professor in this.
I'm going to open up a Learning Center.
Yeah. And then you can get government grants to subsidize it, and you don't need to register anybody.
What was that, Joker?
I'm opening up a Learning Center.
Clearing centers are all the rage.
What? What?
Yeah, obviously you haven't been paying attention to the news.
No, it's a daycare center, damn it.
It's a Learing Center.
A what, a Leary?
Yeah, all the learning centers in Minnesota, they didn't have an N. They were Learing Centers on their freaking signs.
Oh, so you just walk up to them and just leer into the windows.
Sure. But then you get yelled at because you know there's no kids, and you ask them where the kids are, and they yell at you.
They leer right back.
Yep, the lobby's got a little upset and whatnot, if you will.
Must be a Lear jet.
Gotta be a boring job. Awfully quiet now.
And then it got quiet. Yeah.
Yep, not for too long.
The station manager has left the room. Mark 3. Wait, Mark 4. Does this sound like mine? Is there any Mark 4?
The station manager has just returned to the station.
Now you're in trouble.
Oh, man.
Oh, I hear fans in the background. That's getting good.
You hear fans? I got too much audio. Well, that's as low as I can. That's about as low as I can go right there.
Oh, you flipped over to the Kenwood, huh?
Yeah, what do you think? Does it sound all right?
Actually, it does.
Yeah, well, I can't say that for the receive audio.
Yeah, you probably should use a little high end.
It's got plenty of big stuff. But it doesn't really sound boozy. It's not that bad.
What does it need? High end?
Yeah, a little bit of trouble, a little high end.
Well, that's all the high end I got.
There you go.
Yeah, that works.
Working, driver, it's working.
All right. Let's see. And it's got good swing. I got good power. I can give it a little more carrier. Yeah, that's where I normally run. Oh, I can sit back from this microphone too. It's got good pickup. County-wide on this antique flea market 2-meter radio.
Where did JR go? I haven't heard JR yet. This little bag right here, Dolly, out here next to you. That's a good thing, too, because the beam's pointed northeast. Really? I got a good grip on you. Yeah, ain't even close to being on you. I have to turn it around, but then I lose Weight Buster and Sandman, and that would be good. I'm going to send here saying back and listening.
Hello, Goose. Top of the evening to you.
Hello, what's up?
Oh, nothing much. Just working my piece together radio.
You're sounding good down here next to.
Yeah, alrighty then. With my DDS VFO.
No, it's working, that's for sure.
Yeah, my 1970 Kenwood.
I can't hear the one that you're saying was loud. I can't hear him.
Well, he's not talking at the moment, but yeah, oh yeah, he was loud. It was Sandman up in Bethlehem. Say what?
Where's 1, 2, 3? Yeah, the mobile, I guess. Hughes, you in the mobile? Yeah. Then we got quiet again.
Yeah, ebbs and flows of the classic radio roundup.
What are your AM dial? I guess we'll hear how crappy your receive audio is on the gate, right? I just assume you're running one.
Yeah, I'm running the gate. Yeah, and the audio kind of blows. But I was hoping the Joker was running the gate so I can hear how my transmit sounds.
It really does sound surprisingly good. Joker is running tonight.
Roger, 10-4. So, well, it's a shame that the incoming audio is not as good as the outgoing audio, but that was known jumping into this.
Watergate.
Hey, but it works.
Watergate's pretty cold this time of year. I wouldn't want to go swimming in it.
Not too many people running 2-meter radios on 11 meters.
Yeah, I think you're probably the only one that can make that claim.
You know me, I like to be a little bit different.
Yeah.
This thing's got a pretty hot receiver, though, and the S meter seems pretty good. You're like just touching the S9.
Yeah, I set the meter. 50 megavolts is S9.
I'm probably off your frequency a little bit, though, because I tuned for my best receive sound. So, according to my DDS VFO, I'm up a KC.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's where it sounds the best in the incoming. I don't know if that's noticeable in the outgoing.
Well, you have to use the RIT for the receiver to get that the best.
Oh, well, yeah, I took the shortcut and did the DDS VFO, but yeah, maybe I should do that. But now I need people to talk.
And then we'll all talk at once and it'll be nothing but a big mess.
My transmit audio is still the same.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, so if that didn't affect much, then all right. Well, I'm back on frequency anyway. I should be.
This is not super broad or super narrow anymore. I left the filters in it at one time, but I took them out. But yeah, you didn't really sound much different.
Yeah, well, a KC here, a KC there on the AM. Most people don't notice.
No, if your receiver's broad enough, you're not going to notice. But it's 9 o'clock. It's time for me to switch radios. Now, which one will I come up with?
Yeah, I knew this was going to take a little bit of trying, so I thought I'd start a little bit before 9. So here I am on my kludged together radio. A little bit of old and a little bit of new.
Well, in that case, what the heck is it?
It's my 2-meter all mode Kenwood TS700A.
Oh, wow, that thing sounds a world of different.
Yeah, with my DDS VFO from the current times, my reverse transverter from the 1980s, and my transmitter from the 1970s.
I think that's the best sounding rig you got.
Oh, God.
It's not bad, though. It really isn't. No, it's not. It sounds good.
It's pretty ridiculous because the incoming audio pretty much blows chunks.
It's the final result that counts. It's sounding good. You'd be proud of yourself.
Yeah, but I'm making everybody sound like they're coming through a tin cup.
That's your problem, not mine.
That's everybody who's going to listen to the last hour of the video gate got to deal with it.
Oh, J.R. Mr. Rooster, how you doing, bud? Well, Mark, how you doing? Hey, still got my cold, but it's getting better. I'm winning the battle. I'm on the downhill of it. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, well, yeah, I had one too. It lasted me about 3 weeks. Yeah, dragging along, but it's not as bad. I mean, I still get around and all, you know, but I don't know. It just makes me sound like Donald Duck. Get yourself some zinc. Yeah, zinc in the sink. That's right. I already worked on the sink. I'm done with that. She can hear you. Yeah, he's got the rolling tool with him.
Who was that talking just now that I can't hardly hear, but I can tell they're there?
Icebuster.
Oh, this radio's no good then. 'Cause I can hear them, but I can't hear them.
Yeah, that's not good.
Oh, there you are. Now, what'd you do?
I didn't do anything.
Oh, well, I turned the preamp on to see if that would help, and it did.
Yeah, but doesn't it bring in all the noise?
This radio's like kind of strange, trying to get used to what I can do, but I need the preamp on then to get you clear. Otherwise, I could just tell you're there. It's like in a noise flourish thing until I hit the preamp.
There you go. So when you tee up, I have to have my off gain turned down. It blocks it out. Well, which way you pointed? I always aimed right at you. Kind of southwest. Yep, I'm in your track.
Man, it's a shame this thing don't have an AM filter.
Want to get out of noise?
No, just the opposite.
Yeah, how's everything sounding down there?
Hey, you're sounding all right, running around in your mobile. I hear you fine.
Roger, okay.
The receive on this is too narrow banded. It's going through a sideband filter. It's too narrow. It needs a wider receive filter for AM.
I hear that. What kind of radio is it?
It's a Kenwood TS700A, a 2-meter all-mode radio from the mid-70s. It's all analog.
Oh, nice.
Going around the block to get where I'm going.
Hello there, OJ. I hear you laughing. Hey, hello. The goose is on the loose. Yes, sir. I mean, okay, in my neighborhood. You're making it up here, wherever you may be. I'm down here in the backwoods of Exton. I don't know, I have to pick my daughter from church. Now I'm going to CBS, place down here. 10-4, Roger. All righty. Well, I'm just letting you know, Mr. Workman. I'm not too far from Route 30. Flip floppers out here tonight, if you could hear me. I am. Ooh. What'd you say? Come on, flip flop, if you can hear me.
Hello, Flip Flop from your county-wide radio.
Hello there, gentlemen. How am I coming in?
It's working, driver.
I forget where he's at. Where's Wayne?
Probably curled up under the blankets again now, but he did pop in earlier.
No, I'm still here. I'm eating a bag of chips. Shut up, boy. Hello, Wayne. Good to hear you in there, by golly. Hello there, JR. Hey, Petey, did you happen to make it over there and scope that out?
Oh yeah, I got them all tuned up on 80 meters, but ain't nothing you can do without adding wire to get them on 160.
All right. Well, you know the next deal.
Yeah, well, it's got to be a little bit warmer than 15 degrees out.
No, I get that. You'll have to double up on the wire at least.
Yeah, I think we got a plan. Wayne and I got a plan. We think we know what we're gonna do.
Man with the plan. That's right. When it's all done and said, by golly, I'll hear him over here. That's the hope anyway. We want to be heard.
Well, that's kind of the idea. It's kind of pointless to put it all together and not be heard.
That's always been my problem.
Oh, you're heard. Not so well on AM, but pretty well on sideband.
Oh, yeah. I actually can go from across the street to a few miles away. I don't know. You skipped a state or two.
Yeah, Massachusetts.
Yeah, I can't count that though because I couldn't hear him.
Yeah, you got to do something about your noise.
Yeah, let me just see. I'm gonna go down there real quick and see if I
Yeah, that's going to be a problem.
No, it's not going to be a problem. It is a problem.
Is your 80 meters noise the same way?
Well, I can't really tell you for sure right now because the 80 meter antenna is not connected because it interferes badly with the 160 meter antenna when they're connected together. Well, that's strange. Everything's strange. And this radio isn't working right either. Gosh darn it, I think there's good radios around. What are you running, Dave? Right now I'm on a Lafayette Telstar SSD50. They're putting spurs out too. My console 2 is doing the same thing. Yeah. Yeah. It sounds a little funnier on the edges too. I don't like that.
I'm having better luck on a radio that's not even supposed to be able to get on this band.
That might be your amp. Well, yeah, it's a dance between the two. Some radios like it, some don't. Just like a woman. Yeah. Let's try a different radio. Now. Alrighty. Dave's going, well, I don't have radios to play around with. I have to use this one for classics.
You know, radios are better than women in that way. You can play with all the different radios you want, and none of the other radios get jealous when you play with another radio.
And the main fact of that whole thing that you just said, it gives you nonsense, you just turn it off.
That's right. You've got if it's coming, if things coming out of the loudspeaker you don't want to hear, you just hit the off button.
Yeah, and you can play with the knobs. That's why we have such a good relationship.
And they never get upset when you grab their knobs. Speaking of grabbing knobs, carry on with Classic Radio Roundup. I need a refresh so I can get cantankerous. County, what?
Radio. I gotta do it. Hey, Joker, why I got you on? Kenwood, what's going on, man? What happens if you have too much zinc? I heard about that. I heard something about that. Well, yeah, there is a few studies out there that are published about there's too much zinc, but there's equally as many studies that are published saying zinc, too much zinc isn't bad. I think if you take the recommended dosage, which is higher than the published bad for you, you're fine with it. Along with magnesium and zinc, magnesium, those are the ones they always say you have to watch out for. But if you go overboard, it could be an issue, but like I said, if you take the recommended, you're usually fine, or you should be fine. But I'm not a doctor, and this is subject to, I got nothing. No, that's fine. I do use the magnesium. There are certain ones I do take the test. I don't have any zinc though, but I'll put it on the list. I'll check it twice. That ain't can't hurt nothing, right? No, before we end the night, I'll quick go back in. I was listening to a podcast today, the one doctor I like to listen to, talking about zinc, copper, selenium, and magnesium. That sounds like it's going to turn me into a steel rod. Yeah, sounds like metallurgy lab. So why you would like it? Well, the funny thing is, you always hear people say how they're iron deficient, but most of the time it's not, you're not actually iron deficient, you're copper deficient. Because if you don't have enough copper in your body can't metabolize, I think that's the right word, the iron. So it'll show up as copper or iron deficient, but you're actually copper deficient. I never seen a copper supplement. Yeah, there's quite a few companies out there that make them, but you want to make sure you get it from a plant-sourced copper supplement. It can't can't be like synthetic. It's got to be made like a bio from the actual plant. Metals in plants. Who would have thunk it? Well, when they grow in the ground, they have copper, magnesium, iron, zinc, everything, you know, which is why everybody, not everybody. So I don't like to say everybody anymore. That's why most people are always vitamin deficient, is because the farmlands, they don't give them enough time to regenerate the nutrients that they need from the sun and the water and everything. So the fruits and vegetables and then even the meat that we have nowadays, they don't have the nutrients that they should have in it because it's been over-farmed. You gotta be careful of a lot of this stuff because a lot of people talk these stories that sound really good, but all they're there for is to sell products. Yeah, you're 100% right on that. The guy I listen to is nice because you can go to his actual website and he publishes like the Harvard studies, or he'll publish, or he'll put on the links to where you can actually go read the real study. So he's telling you about this stuff. And then, again, if you question it, you can go and read the actual research studies. Yeah, as long as they're valid studies and not, stuff that they created. Well, that's very hard to find, really. There's a lot of false Harvard studies. There's a lot of false. There's a lot of mis-skewed studies. Even peer-reviewed studies you have to watch out for, because if everybody that's reading one study is given false information, the peer-reviewed study would all come up to the same conclusion. Right. So there you go. One study quotes another study, and it becomes circular logic. Yeah, if you really want to go into the weeds of that, go back to Eisenhower's doctor, Dr. Ansel Keys, and his 7-country study and his hypothesis on fat being bad for you. I think I'll just pick up an extra copper rod. Yeah, just suck on that for a while. Well, honestly, if you buy a copper cup, copper mug, and you use a copper mug, that helps, because you actually take in a little bit of copper from it. Where, man, I can't remember the last time I ever seen a copper cup or a cup, I don't even know where you venture to find that. Don't you drink those Moscow mules or whatever in a copper cup? Yeah, the Moscow mules come in copper cups. There's a lot of companies that make it. And remember a couple of years ago, there was that big, on TV, the copper bracelets? Oh yeah, I forget what they were called. Yeah, I'm very familiar with it. Sensor rings. Well, since they got away with pennies, you can always take your extra pennies and grind them out into a powder. Except you have to get tree, 83, 84, or they're aluminum. Oh yeah, too, they're copper plated. Yeah, that's kind of ripped off.
Copper plated zinc, they're not aluminum. Leave them in the ground for about 6 months and it'll be gone.
It's not full copper. Yeah, I'm looking at getting some, and when I go to buy them, I'm going to take a magnet with me, because they say if a magnet sticks to it, obviously it's not copper. Just turn your arm green. That's right. Hey, what do you guys know about drinking out of uranium glass? Uranium? Uranium glass. You'll probably be in trouble, but the uranium is so small that it's not really that harmful. There's a lot of companies back in the day that used uranium. Even there's uranium plates. They don't glow, but they have a slight uranium in them. They used it for the glaze. Yeah, but it was beneficial to people if you study it, just like the cobalt glass and some of the other glasses that they were using for, dishware, dining, drinking.
it all had its benefits, but they're hiding it from us all now. Never heard of that.
You want to hear a real big conspiracy? It's something to look into? Why they eliminated lead paint from walls.
Oh, listen to you. We're being like bombarded from all the EMF and everything else.
Bingo.
Yeah, lead-based paint. Why is it sealed? Oh no, that's a rich one. Yeah, but it's like in a Faraday cage.
Well, just like asbestos, lead paint's not bad for you unless you're inhaling it as you're doing it. Asbestos isn't bad unless you're inhaling it. You know, once it's dry, unless you eat it, it's not bad for you.
Well, yeah, asbestos is only bad in a fibrous form if you breathe it in, because then it lodges in your lungs, and that's where you get your mesotheliomas from and all.
Yeah, I tread on the line of, sounding crazy, but over the last 5+ years of this is a bad thing to do, doing my own research. There's a lot of truth to things that people are ostracized on.
Yeah, here's the thing, you want to do your own research because that's the responsible thing to do. The problem is if you confine your research to the internet, you're at the mercy of all the Looney Tunes on the internet that put out all kinds of false information. So there's so much noise out there, you don't know what's right and what's wrong.
Yeah, and if you'd have said 5 years ago the COVID vaccine does not stop transmission, you'd have been ostracized.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what I'm talking about. And usually, if you want to start researching on the internet, go about 4 to 5 pages in, then you'll start reading the real stuff.
Right, that's the problem. You really don't know it. You don't know where the truth ends and the BS starts. Because it all sounds good. That's how these people pit it against each other.
And that too. I don't know, not cured, I can't say that because I'm not a doctor, but I fixed a lot of my health issues by doing my own research.
That was your physical health, correct?
And mental, both.
Mental, huh?
Yeah, truth be told, I've been on pretty much every kind of mental, cuckoo stuff you can name.
Oh, wise guy, eh?
Extremely. Why, I oughta. Extremely.
No, I've been to doctors and I told them what I've done and how I feel so much better, and they always look at me and go, "Well, I don't know about that." And I'm like, "Well, I feel way better than the junk you were giving me." So, I guess the proof is in the pudding.
Well, a lot of doctors are beholden to the pharmaceutical companies, and they want to keep people sick and keep putting them on drugs so they keep making money.
Yeah, I've said this. We've talked about these kind of stuff before, but you want a little bit of an eye opener. Look, and if you like listening to podcasts, look up this doctor. He's a chiropractor, which I trust with nutrition more than I do real doctors. Is Dr. Artis. He's pretty enlightening, and like I said, he's the guy who posts where the research studies that he's quoting from comes from.
I think if people just eat natural food, of course that's hard to do unless you grow your own, but that's the best way to get any kind of nutrition. No GMOs, no preservatives, no chemicals, everything is all natural. That's hard to do year round, especially in our climate. Yeah, that's the problem, Farming is only good. You gotta be able to store the stuff so it lasts over the winter. Yeah. I was wanting to get into the microgreens. It doesn't take up much space and you can get a continuous supply. And even growing indoor hydroponic vegetables would be a good idea.
Yeah, if you have room to do it, it doesn't take much to grow stuff in your basement.
This is Joe Carcione, your green grocer, with our tip of the day.
Now, I also noticed, like I said, this going back right around COVID, before COVID, yeah, my wife and I changed what we were eating. We fell off the wagon a couple times, and then, I could definitely tell. But when you start even eating different things, real foods, you don't eat as much. I find the older I get, the less I need to eat, so I'm stuffed. That is a fact. Yeah, how about it? I used to be able to put a 20-ounce steak away. Now I'm 10 ounces and I'm stuffed. So you guys are cheap dates now. Yeah, now you want to take this out. We're just cheap to begin with. I'll take you guys out for a steak dinner. You get one to share. We'll be full. There was a time when I could go to 7 Stars and get their king cut prime rib and eat it all in one serving. There's no way I could do that anymore. I've done that. I have. Man, it was good. But no, I don't even look at it now. I won't even consider it. My God, that's just so much. All us old farts, they line over there at Texas Roadhouse and get the little, what is it, 8-ouncer, I guess?
12-ounce ribeye. That's the biggest one I can eat.
You still on that Kenwood there, Pete?
Yeah, why? Is it going south?
Nah, it still sounds good. But I figured I'd take a lesson from your playbook and I'd put my 3-knob no-meter radio on. Realistic Mini 23.
Oh, maybe I'll go back to that, because this is a little bit unpleasant to listen to.
Yeah, don't torture yourself and all your listeners on the video game.
Yeah, it's kind of fun to play with, and it works fine on sideband, but it's less than a pleasant experience to listen to on AM.
Yeah, this little piece of junk radio, clean as a whistle, no spurs, it's working real nice.
Yeah, my little piece of junk 3-knob radio works pretty good. Just doesn't have any meter. Yeah, let me go back to that, because this is torture.
You proved that you could do it. Now you don't have to worry about it.
Oh, it was all about that. It was all about proving that I could do it. Making a nice digital external VFO and make it work. And proof of concept.
Yeah, you can get awarded the 507 Medal of Achievement for that. Oh no, I think you ought to get a breadboard award. I know he's laughing at that. Keep all your grounds tight. That's what he got.
I think he's switching radios. That would be a good speculation.
Speaking of switching radios, where's Train tonight?
That was a double. I don't know. I didn't hear him in there I was on different bands there, and I didn't hear him on the normal.
Yeah, I didn't hear anybody really of any signal level on 160. I figured if he was still there, I'd hear him, but I guess he's otherwise occupied tonight.
That's much nicer to listen to.
Get back on the Cobra 19?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's much nicer to listen to. Now, what I need to do is hook up a TR relay. Use the Cobra 19 to listen on and transmit on the Kenwood.
Well, that would work.
Yeah, that's what needs to happen now.
How's this thing sound on now that you're on a radio with a decent receiver?
It sounds good. Yeah, I think it sounds fine. Yeah, everybody sounds like, it just gives you a headache listening to any AM on that radio. Ugh.
Yeah, I know. It's basically you're going through the sideband filter and you got 3 kilohertz of bandwidth, so everybody sounds muddy.
It's terrible.
That's what Yaesu FT101 sounded like when they're stock. Yeah, you have to get the AM filter for it. And if you don't do that, man, you're doing the same thing. You're chasing everybody with the RIT and trying to make them sound less muddy.
Is there a way I could switch in and out an AM filter in that thing?
is finding a filter for that radio with the right bandwidth. I don't know if they make one.
Yeah, well, it's probably not worth messing with. Just use it on sideband and be done with it. That's a shame too, because it transmits good on AM apparently.
Sure does. Sounds beautiful.
Yeah, well, that sucks that it's only a one-way street.
I mean, when I had it over here, I put it on AM and was listening through the other, the 746, because that's got 2 meters in it. And I'm like, yeah, it sounds really good on AM.
Yeah, that's a shame. Yeah, maybe I'll need to hook up just another receiver just to use for receive.
If you were serious about using that kludge setup for AM, then yeah, I mean, you could do that.
Yeah, it would have to be a general coverage receiver, though, so I could use it wherever I go with it.
Right, yes. Yeah, you couldn't limit yourself to a 23-channel radio.
Fire.
Who's hollering at me?
So the radio you were just talking on before, was that your breadboard project?
The breadboard project was involved in making that work, what you just heard, yes.
Okay.
I'm using a modern digital VFO. The VFO didn't have enough output, so I had to build an amplifier that has enough output. So I turn an analog radio into a stable VFO modern digital radio. See, Bagger, I could use that on all the regular ham bands now. I don't have to be stuck with using the VFO on the radio. I could use that VFO at anywhere I go now.
That's true. And it's probably easily as stable, if not more stable.
Oh, yeah, because that VFO in that radio drifts. This VFO doesn't drift, so I think I'm going to start just using that VFO from now on when I use that radio.
I didn't think the analog radio VFO drifted much. It's pretty solid once the radio's on for a minute or two.
It still has a slight amount of drift every time. I still have to touch it up now and again. You know, if we're on for an hour, I have to touch it up a little bit now and again.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess the digital one would be a good addition then, because you're not going to be. No, I guess yeah, that's right. It's got offset crystals. I was going to say you're not using it for FM repeaters anyway, so you're just using it for HF transvert. So yeah, it's probably a good idea. The only problem is well, I mean, scanning frequencies might be a little sketchier, but if you're going to a specific frequency, you can dial it right in.
Well, that's the other thing. That's where math becomes involved, because I haven't figured out how to change the frequency to match the frequency that I'm trying to make. I have to do math. So that might make it a pain in the butt. Maybe I'll just stick with the analog VFO for the ham bands and the digital VFO for when I want to use it on 11 meters.
Does that thing have a display offset in it that you could do the math and then it would automatically read out the frequency?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know. It came with no instructions whatsoever, but it dials basically from 100 kilohertz to 220 megahertz. And then how to program in offsets or anything else, I don't know.
I imagine if you looked online, you would probably find some information on that thing. Because I would be willing to bet that there's a way to program offsets in there, and you could program the actual offsets for each frequency band, and well, you only need it for the two. Well, yeah, you could do it for each of the bands, and you would know right where you're at. Take it up to 2 meters and then down through the transverter, and go, okay, I'm on 10 meters now, and that's 28.0.
Imagine there might be a way, because there is this block in there that says IF, and yeah, and I tried doing some research on the thing, and I was turning up nothing on Google. I kept coming up with you know, other transverters and other DDS, or not transverters, other DDS VFOs and stuff. And I put in this specific name in this thing. And it was not like no YouTube video or nothing. I like, wow, that's pretty weird.
You know, it's Chinesium. There's probably another one from a different name. It's, you know, probably exactly identical.
Well, see, the problem is the name of the thing. It's not like there's no model number or nothing. It's called an SDR QRP ham transceiver, which it's not.
Yeah, that's a misnomer right there.
Yeah, it might be SDR, but it's not a transceiver.
Yeah, that's boy, that didn't translate good at all.
Yeah, it's an RF generator is all it is. It's a VFO RF generator. That's what it is.
And it does that function well, but transceiver, that's definitely a reach.
Especially since there's no mic connection, there's no push to talk. You know, how's it a transceiver?
There's no receiver either.
Yeah, right. There's no receiver, and there's barely a transmitter.
Milliwatts, man, milliwatts.
Yeah. The QRP part is way correct because it's like minus 40 or something dBm, minus 50 dBm. I basically doubled its output power with my breadboard kit. Which is right where I needed to be.
There you go.
Well, now I feel like I didn't waste my $30.
Yeah, that's another positive thing right there. You know, when you buy something and it actually works and you didn't waste your money on it.
Yeah, well, it didn't work. It didn't. Well, it did, but it didn't. You know, it had enough signal generation to make it receive, but it didn't have enough signal generation to make it, you know, give me transmit power. So then I just need more power out of this thing. I'm sure that's the answer. And that's how that whole buffer amplifier came about. Like, if I just boost the output of this thing. So if I hadn't done that, it would have been a waste of $30. But since I did do that, and now it does what I want, it wasn't a waste of $30.
Yeah, now you could put the whole thing in a box and, you know, put a little RCA jack on the back and you can connect it to anything.
BNCs, baby.
All right, that's just as good. Probably better, yeah.
I know. I'm now, you know, once I put it in another box, I'm tempted to try it out on other things. And, yeah, now I just need like to figure out a way to like, see, I got this other little synthesizer that I had working that was putting out square waves, but I used it to generate frequency for the Hallicrafters, and it worked on receive, but it didn't work on transmit. So maybe I'll put that thing back on and tune the receive with that and tune the transmit with this. I'm going to try that next.
Ooh, that sounds like an interesting project. You might get that thing on this channel yet.
I just might get the Hallicrafters on here yet. Then once that works, I'll tune the sucker all up and realign it for 10 meters.
Are you going to run it Hallicrafters on 10 meters?
After I make it work here.
What do you want a QRP 10 meter rig for?
Because it'll drive my 2-pil, 8-pil.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you do have that set up.
Be perfect for that. Put out a couple 100 watts of a tube modulated carrier.
Yeah, for those days when you don't feel like firing up the B&W.
That's funny because that never happens.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my go-to 10-meter AM transmitter right there.
Hey, guys, I'm getting out of here.
Oh, well, it was good hearing from you anyway.
Yep, same from this end. Appreciate everybody talking a little. That's Sandman up here in Bethlehem. Yeah, I gotta shut things down around here. I switched over to the Mark III just a little bit, and yeah, it's still working.
Yeah, it sounds pretty much the same, except I think you're a little bit off frequency from where the other one was, but the audio is about the same. And of course, you have a ping.
Okay, so the crystals, this one might be a little off frequency. It just sounds a little higher. So check.
Yeah, I can't tell which way because I don't have any variables here, but it just has that sound where you're just a little, maybe a kc or a half a kc off. I don't know which way though.
Okay, yeah, I could throw a frequency counter on it. Yeah, I could do that. I have one here. One of these days, I'll check it out. They might be off a little. Yeah, you never know.
Oh yeah, I have a Mark III, and just about every crystal in there is off, some degree or another.
Yep, yeah, I can believe that. Yeah, it'll last forever. Not sure to be something like that. That's pretty old.
Well, you know, when you're inside of a closed cabinet in a tube radio that generates a lot of heat, you know, it tends to wear the crystals out.
Yeah, I'm just happy that it works at all.
That's working quite well there, Sandman. It's doing its thing. That little bit off on AM, nobody cares. Most people don't notice.
No, probably not.
Except people like me.
Except people like you and 507.
All righty, gentlemen. 73, I'm out of here.
7-3, good night there, Sandman. Thanks for popping by.
All right, I'll catch you next weekend, or maybe Sunday.
323 on the key.
Oh, I think the Stinger's in the house.
Yeah, 10-4. I couldn't hear the Sandman out there, but I hear you out there, Pete.
Yeah, me and my little Cobra 19. Brigger?
Ah, there we go. I had to move the beam now so I can hear him.
I mean, you sound. If that's a stock radio, man, that's pretty good. You're hitting me with like a 3-pounder, 4-pounder.
Yep, just my little Cobra 19 3-knob mobile radio.
Yeah, all right. Is it a 23 channel or is that the 40?
No, it's a 23 channel, 1975 vintage type radio, all about 50 years old.
Oh yeah, it's doing a good job, man. Doing a good job. Actually, you're swinging up to a 5-pounder.
All that swing.
Yeah, I think you better take another look at that S-meter of yours. Maybe you need a pair of glasses. Brigger!
Stepped on the gas.
It's nice to have gas to step on once in a while.
Oh yeah, it's always good to have a little bit of extra headroom.
Yeah, I'd rather keep my headroom in there.
Yeah, but having gas and stepping on the gas are two different things.
Yeah, I'm not having gas. I just stepped on the gas. Now, if we could only bottle that gas.
Yeah, and then burn it.
Yeah, that's what I would call heat recovery.
Yeah, you gotta generate some heat whenever you can. Especially in this lousy winter that just doesn't want to warm up.
I know, the last few winters we got kind of spoiled.
Yeah, we did. You know, it's this one's relentless. It's challenging all the notions that we're global warming here.
Yeah, I mean, it's relentless in these single digits. I don't really remember being in the single digits this long of a stretch like this.
We're back to the 70s. I think I read somewhere that Greenland is experiencing a heat wave like there was no tomorrow. So I guess we're getting all their cold air.
I think last week it was warmer in Anchorage, Alaska than it was in Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah, you know your climate's it's flipped on its head when that happens.
Well, all I know is it's going down to 0. Tomorrow morning it'll be 0 when you get up.
Oh, is tonight going to be another one of them dip down nights? I wasn't. It's only forecast to go down to 9 degrees here.
Some guys are going camping in Ashland this weekend.
Who is?
A bunch of guys I know. They're younger than us, but they're going camping this weekend.
In Iceland or Greenland?
Ashland.
Where?
Up in the coal region.
Oh, Ashland. Oh, up there by just down the road from Centralia.
Yep.
You just drive back in here anywhere and shoot it up,
A low tonight. 3 degrees for a low tomorrow night. And 12 degrees on Friday with snow. 0 on Saturday, 0 on Sunday, and then 12 next Monday.
I'm supposed to go up there Saturday.
Yeah, I don't remember this many single-digit overnights in a row. I really don't remember it.
I know when I was little, the creeks were frozen all the time.
Yeah, I remember dipping down into the teens and the 20s for a stretch, but not this single-digit 0 degree nonsense.
Hey, maybe you're right, but I remember when we were little, the creeks were always frozen. The creeks hasn't been frozen for 20 years.
Yeah, not like they are this winter. It's been a long time.
Yeah, the Manitoni's even frozen.
Hell, the Chesapeake Bay is freezing up. And the Delaware Bay. Oh, man. You see guys posting video of these big ships going down the C&D Canal and busting through ice.
Yeah, I guess the Schuylkill River's all frozen up, too.
Oh, yeah, Schuylkill's definitely frozen up.
I got some pictures of Schoolie today down in Conshohocken, and there's like circles within circles within circles on top of the ice, and I'm trying to figure out what that's all about.
Aliens.
UFOs.
Crop circles, but they're ice circles.
Bubbles.
I know, Bubbles.
Because nobody goes ice fishing, they don't know what it is.
Yeah, well, Lake Wallenpaupack's all frozen over. People are riding snowmobiles and ATVs, and they're out there with their tents and their augers and their ice fishing, and yeah.
You know what's weird about that lake? It's so big. When you walk out on that ice, it feels like the whole ice is kind of going up and down, like you're on a boat a little bit, just a little bit. It's scary as shit.
Yeah, well, when it gets thick enough, people drove cars out on there.
We've been out there when they were riding snowmobiles and stuff, but it was so deep.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do it because the thickness of the ice varies greatly depending on where you are. It could be 10 inches, 11 inches thick in one little cove, and then you get out in the middle and it's maybe 3 or 4 inches. And next thing you know, you're now in the slush and you're in the water.
Yeah, they have to be at least 6 inches.
Well, the thing is, when it snows and it gets, it melts down a little bit, and then you might get another layer of ice or something else.
Who else is out there? Is it just you out there in the Spitfire?
Yeah, snow on top of the ice kind of messes it up a bit.
No, Stinger, there's a whole bunch of people out here talking. You just can't hear them.
All right, 10-4. I'm on the side.
Yeah, sorry, but yeah, I mean, no, there's other people out here and they're just talking.
I had to move the beam up again so I hear Bite Buster. I need to get an Omni, I guess.
Yeah, I can hear Bite Buster, I can hear Stinger, and I don't have to change a thing.
Yeah, I can hear Stinger, but he's really in the mud now because I'm not pointed his way.
I could hear him, but I couldn't have a conversation with him.
Stinger, can you hear Bite Buster at all?
Stinger, hey, can you hear me?
123, where'd you go? Oh, good grief.
Get mad because you told us a whole bunch of people talking.
Buster, noise down here, and I mean I can hear you, but sometimes when the noise comes in, I can't even hear you.
Oh, you're dealing with the, are you at your base station? Is that what it is? Why you get all that rail noise now?
Yeah, 10-4.
Yeah, when you went up by the movie theater and Lockheed and all that, you never got bothered by the train noise there.
Nope, that's far enough away. I don't get it, and I can talk to Bite Buster from up there.
Yeah, or maybe you ought to just give up the whole base station idea and go back out in the car.
Yeah, I'll be out in the car sometimes, but you know, tonight it's too cold. I'm right here.
Kind of sucks when you can't hear anybody. But Bite Buster could tell you're in there. Couldn't hold a conversation with you, but you probably just exchange hellos kind of thing. But if you can't hear him, well, then that's out.
Yeah. Well, I got some modifications to do over here. I'm going to go up another 10 feet and maybe change some antennas around and change some power supplies around. So I got a few more tricks up my sleeve.
Just run a long coax over to Goose's antenna. He seems to do really well.
Yeah. He's about 200 feet higher than I am.
Not exactly neighbors.
Well, use Heliax.
Double.
You gotta use Heliax then.
You need a lot of Heliax.
I'm not hearing 1, 2, 3 tonight, but I got a high noise level. My heat exchanger is going cut like crazy.
Yeah. It was 34 degrees here earlier today, and it's down to 17 already.
Yeah, it was warmer yesterday even. I actually saw it get very close to 40. Today it was only maybe in the mid-30s, but, you know, it still felt better than the teens.
Yeah, yesterday actually felt downright tropical. It's amazing how much, these single digits, you hate it and all, but then, oh my God, it's 33 degrees. It feels beautiful. And under normal circumstances, 33 degrees, I'm still freezing my butt off. Is that my son-in-law out there making noise?
What's going on?
Yo, 64, you panty waist, snatcher. What's going on?
Just when you start getting cantankerous.
Oh, I'm only just getting started, am I?
Well, I just heard you slipping up with the whole cantankerous Pete stuff. Panty waist. Man, that was harsh.
That's my son-in-law. I could call him anything I want. See, he agrees. Yeah, I think this Cobra 19 could use a little bit of a tune-up.
Where is it lacking?
I'm not so sure. I mean, I don't know if the sensitivity's there or the thing is just that stinking quiet.
Well, if you're hearing the people that are weak that you normally hear, then I'd say it's working.
Well, how else was everybody else here in 64? I heard him really well, and then he faded off. So maybe he just drove over the other side of the hill then. This radio's so quiet, I keep thinking the squelch is up. But then I turn the volume up and like, no, I hear white noise. I have to throw it on the signal generator and see what the sensitivity is.
Well, it probably doesn't matter if you have a preamp on.
And I do have a preamp on, and it's still that quiet.
Yeah. Well, you're blessed with where you live. It's a nice, quiet place.
I know. I mean, if nobody was talking, I'd have to double check and make sure I got an antenna hooked up. I mean, it's that quiet.
Well, that radio's probably got a built-in, always-on noise limiter, so that may account for some of it too.
I don't know. I guess it works. So, I wanted to do something different tonight, not run something I've been running. So that's why I haven't run this 3-knobber, and it's about as plain Jane as you can get. So, and I know it works well, or it did. So I just want to do something different.
I wonder what they charged for that radio when it was brand new.
Oh God, probably like $140 or $150 at least. I don't know. Bagger could probably weigh in on that.
How much?
How much you think this thing was new? $150?
No, I think it was a little less than that. Because they sold those radios as, bargain basement econo radios. And I think they were like either $99 or maybe $129, something like that.
Yeah, I figured it was somewhere around $100.
Yeah, because in the mid '70s, early to mid '70s, you really couldn't find a radio for under $100. That was full 23 channel. You could get like a 6-channel for it, but that's it. My very first 23 channel radio was a 3-knob, no meter radio, and I paid $100 for it.
Ouch.
Yeah. Boy, talk about lack of features. But it was all I could get in the short term, I tried ordering a radio, and it was just a little bit more than that. Or, it was about the same. It would have been a Midland that had a meter and a volume and squelch and a Delta tune. But they were perpetually out of stock. So, desperate to get one, I bought one locally from a guy who was a distributor or dealer or whatever. And I got this Pace 223. And that was the best price I could get on a radio, from a local dealer.
No meter.
And ironically, I could have probably gotten this radio just like the one I'm talking on right now, the Realistic Mini 23. I think they were going for $99.95 at the time. It would have been about the same amount of money.
Well, since there's a plethora of everybody out there tonight, I'm just going to do a general. I will catch you guys all later. I'm going to turn this thing off.
All right, Joker. Have a good one, man.
Another wonderful classic radio roundup, and I will talk to you guys, next time the radios are on.
Good night, Joker. Thanks for joining us on the Classic Radio Roundup.
Good night, Joker. Take care. Till next time.
Night, Joker. Same bad time, same bad channel.
Later, Joker.
Catch you there, Joker.
Joker, the Midnight Stoker.
Good night, one and all, and have a good rest of your week.
Yeah.
Show you right.
I got to go for my echocardiogram tomorrow. That'll be fun.
I didn't think you liked noisemakers.
Yeah, not quite.
I get one every time I go to my heart doctor.
Oh, he gives you one that often? Are you a risk?
No, not particularly. And in fact, I asked him last time we did it, anything show up? He said, no, everything's pretty much normal. He said, you just had a cup of coffee, didn't you? He said, you got 3 fast beats and then it comes back to normal again. I said, yeah, I just had a cup of coffee.
Yeah, they told me not to drink caffeine like 4 hours before the test and all. Yeah.
I go every 6 months and he does an EKG every time I go now.
Oh, that's an EKG. I had that done the other day at the doctor. I'm going for an echocardiogram. That's like they do an ultrasound of your heart.
I don't have to get that lavish. My heart's in pretty good shape, according to my cardiologist. Is that a normal thing?
And then at the end of the month, I get to go for a stress test.
What are you getting? Is your wife buying life insurance or something?
No, I got Medicare, man. I can get stuff done now.
Why did they recommend you got the echocardiogram, or is that just something that they're saying they want it?
Well, it's, I told them I get out of breath all easy, and, and they're like, oh, we want to check everything out. So I'm like, okay. And check the lungs out. That's next week,
Oh, I don't know. It sounds like station management's looking for a life insurance policy.
Nah, I'm not worth very much.
You would be if you had a life insurance policy.
Yeah, it's a good thing I don't, because I'm probably worth more dead than alive, and then nobody would talk about me anymore.
Yeah, that's why I let my life insurance policy lapse. Like, wait a minute, I'm worth more dead than alive.
I got to start, hiring people to test my food and stuff. If that happens.
You're going to have to start walking around the block there. That's what you need. You might just need exercise.
Yeah, and therein lies the other problem. I got to go for physical therapy next week because my knees are bothering me.
Oh, okay. Well, that really don't make good walking.
No, that's why I stopped. I used to walk a mile every day. And then my knees started to hurt, and I had to stop.
Well, now you get a bicycle and you could go hang out with Train on the Valley Forge Trail.
A bicycle's worse. My knees used to hurt with those years ago.
Oh, I think a bicycle's I can ride a bicycle easier than I can walk or run.
No, not me. Walking's easy. Until my knees started to hurt.
So let me answer my next question. Are you going to get both your knees done at once, or are you doing one?
Well, the left one is worse, but I will. I'm going to do physical therapy first. Might as well do them both.
Yeah, there's a guy named Rothman. I think that was his name, Rothman, that did my wife's. Yeah. Yep.
So I guess that's usually what they do first. They try physical therapy, and then if that doesn't work, then it's I don't know. I don't know if they do cortisone injections, which I hear is not a good idea because it wears off and then it destroys the cartilage in there or something. It's not good for it.
Well, actually, Dave, it's a procedure because of insurances, is what I remember. So whether you like it or not, that's what's probably going to happen. You'll go to therapy, then they'll give you a shot of that, and then they'll say, okay, you need it. It's just procedure. It's kind of pathetic, but that's what they do.
Yeah, because you can only get like 5 of them shots, and that's it. Yeah, well, that's exactly right, though, what you said, Jim. you got to walk down this whole thing of trial and error. And if all the trials fail, then they go on to the next step, which is usually like a knee replacement or something. But they won't give you that until you've exhausted all the other possibilities.
That's right. That way they could get more money out of you.
Yep.
You just gotta follow the program.
It's all good, man. But I got so many appointments now, I had to put all my reminders in my phone so I wouldn't get them all mixed up.
Yeah, that calendar. If I use my phone for anything, it's that stinking little calendar so I can look and see what's coming up this week that I scheduled, so, you know, that I didn't remember.
Yeah. And now I got another appointment with an ear, nose, and throat specialist to talk about my vertigo that I keeps coming on.
Again, dizzy.
Yeah. Certain things trigger it, and then it bothers me for days.
You don't have MS, do you?
No, thankfully no. I've always gotten car sick, you know. I've always been sensitive to that. Just I'm getting older now, and it's getting worse.
Spinal tap. My daughter, one night she lost her left leg and her left arm, and we thought she had a stroke, and here she got MS.
She didn't actually lose her arm and leg. She lost the ability to move it.
Yeah, she couldn't move her left leg and her left arm. She was sitting on the floor doing artwork in a matter of, 3 seconds. And then they pumped her full of steroids for like a month and a half, and then she was okay. And then they did a spinal tap on her, and she has MS.
Oh, that's never fun. But that's progressive.
Well, she's been, I don't know what they call it, but she's been limp for the last 15 years. No comebacks or nothing yet, so.
Yeah, I know, just like a lot of other chronic illnesses like that, they've made some improvements, some strides in technology that that can help you hold it off for a little bit longer, but there's no cure.
Well, she has to give herself a shot every third day, and that's kind of, I guess, been working for her.
She can walk still?
And after about a month, 2 months, 3 months or something like that, she's back to normal.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, there's some new medications out that are doing that, so she's probably got one of them.
Yeah, she was 27 at the time, and now she's 44, and it didn't come back yet, so.
Yeah, a lot of times it flares and then it's remitted for a little while and then it comes back. So there's two different kinds. There's the one where it comes and goes, and then there's the other one where it's just progressively getting worse.
Yeah, my mom had it too, so.
Oh, so there's a genetic compound there, or component, I should say.
It's just something else when you're sitting on the floor and all of a sudden you can't move your left leg and arm.
Yeah, when it comes on suddenly like that.
Man, they called us like 2 o'clock in the morning, and we had to go down to Jacobtown Hospital.
Yeah, it's a little bit scary to come on like that when you're just sitting there.
Yeah, they thought she had a stroke. The hospital didn't know for about a day.
Yeah, because that's usually the kind of symptoms that come on with a stroke. You know, your left side of your face gets limp, or you can't move certain muscles, and your speech gets slurred and things like that. That's usually like a sign of a stroke, but I guess it's also a sign of MS.
Hello. I don't think her face went out or her voice. I'm not 100% right, but I think it was just a loss of her leg and her arm. Hello.
Yeah, there's the goose jumping up and down again.
Hello.
Oh, yeah? I can't hear him. I'll have to move the antenna again. Goose.
Yeah, where'd you go, Goose? I heard you going hello, hello, hello.
Right here, I'm just down in a hole, so it's kind of hard to hear.
Oh, all right. Well, you're being heard, at least by me.
Roger, being heard. I hope so. Now I need a bigger mobile.
Thought you had a bigger mobile. Why'd you make it smaller?
I can even hear Goose tonight.
Out of town, that's why I made it small.
That's funny. I can't hear him at all. Or I can tell he's there, but I can't make out what he's saying. Same here.
I heard what he said when he said it.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, it is about that time. I got to get out of here and get ready for all the fun tomorrow. So catch everyone later, Classic Radio Roundup, and we'll do it again next week. Same bad time, same bad channel.
Yeah, I'm right behind you. So I will enjoy your fun tomorrow. I'm going to work tomorrow, but look for the video gate. Tonight's video gate sometime tomorrow. Probably upload it early before I head off to work. So thanks for the fun, everybody. Long list of check-ins. Just going to say goodnight in general, just like the Joker did. Goodnight, General. Countywide.
Radio. Yeah, the general, he'll sell you auto insurance, too.
Short and chubby, kinda. Catch you later, Dave. Have a good day. Night, even, and all that. Petey, we'll catch you later, too. See ya. Bye. Pete and Dave, I'll catch you both later.
Good night, Wayne.
Wayne's World.
Party on.
Oh, is Pete leaving, too?
He left.
That's what the man said. Where you on last night, J.R.? What was that, Rooster? Were you on last night? Yes, I was, as a matter of fact.